You've saved up, booked your tickets, and dreamt of sipping coffee with a view of the Alps, until the coffee costs more than your plane ticket. Some countries aren't just expensive, they're budget-destroying monsters in disguise. Today, we're counting down the top 10 countries you can't afford to travel to, unless of course your bank account is in the top 1%. Let's begin. Singapore is tiny, spotless, futuristic, and then financially savage. You land, take a taxi from the airport, and immediately feel like you've just donated half your savings to the driver. Hotels here are so expensive that budget accommodations still charge enough to make you question life choices. Food can be tricky. Sure, hawker centers offer affordable eats, but step into a nice restaurant and watch your bill explode faster than Marina Bay Sands' fireworks. Drinks? Let's just say a beer here can cost more than dinner in other countries. Even public attractions add up. The Gardens by the Bay charges, the Sky Park charges, even some temples have entry fees. And don't forget fines. Chewing gum, littering, or crossing the street too slowly could get you a ticket. Beautiful skyline? Yes. Efficient transport? Absolutely. But unless your wallet is thicker than a chili crab, you'll be budgeting down to the last Singapore dollar in record time. Australia, land of kangaroos, beaches, and astronomical travel costs. First, the flight. Unless you live in Southeast Asia, getting to Australia means a painfully long, painfully expensive journey. You finally land in Sydney or Melbourne, and the fun begins. Hotels in city centers can cost more per night than your monthly rent back home. Meals are fresh and delicious, but $25 for a simple breakfast will sting. Even cooking for yourself isn't a huge relief. Supermarket prices are surprisingly high. Want to explore beyond the city? Internal flights between Australian states can cost hundreds of dollars each. Tours, national park entry fees, diving trips, it all adds up. And because distances between attractions are massive, transportation costs pile on faster than you can say, "G'day, mate." Yes, the beaches are free, and yes, the wildlife is unforgettable. But unless you're traveling with a miner's salary or a winning lottery ticket, Australia is where your budget goes to die. When people think of the UAE, they think of Dubai's glittering skyline and Abu Dhabi's grand mosques. But behind the glamour is a serious financial trap. Accommodation here is no joke. The average hotel in central Dubai or Abu Dhabi will make your credit card sweat. Sure, there are budget options, but they're often far from attractions and still cost a small fortune. Dining, Michelin-starred restaurants are everywhere, but even mid-range places will bill you like you're royalty. And speaking of royalty, shopping in the UAE can be a dangerous sport. The luxury malls are designed to make you forget about your budget entirely. Taxis and rideshares aren't cheap either, especially if you want to escape the desert heat. Yes, there are free public beaches and impressive free attractions, but most experiences, from desert safaris to rooftop bars, are premium priced. The UAE is all about extravagance, and unless you're ready to match the pace, your money won't last longer than a camel ride. Luxembourg is tiny, charming, and financially punishing. This little European country is a banking capital, which means locals are used to salaries far higher than the average traveler's budget. Hotels here can be jaw-droppingly expensive, especially in the capital. Even simple meals, like a sandwich and coffee, can cost more than dinner in other European countries. Transportation isn't too bad. Public transport is free for everyone, but that's where the savings end. Tours, museum entries, and cultural events come with hefty price tags. And because the country is small, some travelers assume they can just stay for a day trip from France, Belgium, or Germany. But if you stay overnight, prepare for wallet shock. Luxembourg's beauty is undeniable. Medieval castles, rolling vineyards, picture-perfect old towns. But you'll be enjoying it while doing mental currency conversions and wondering why your bank account balance looks like a Luxembourgish phone number. Denmark is consistently ranked as one of the happiest countries in the world, and maybe because they've never seen their own restaurant bills. Copenhagen in particular is an absolute budget crusher. A modest hotel can feel like a luxury splurge elsewhere. Dining out is brutal. Even a basic burger meal can hit $20, and a sit-down dinner for two can easily pass $100 without alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, the taxes are so high you'll feel like you're buying champagne every time you order a beer. Public transport is efficient but not cheap, and attractions like Tivoli Gardens or canal tours will steadily drain your funds. Even street food is pricey here. On the plus side, you can save a little by exploring the city on foot or renting a bike, which is practically a Danish tradition. Just remember, the smiles are free, but everything else will cost you dearly. Monaco is where billionaires go to feel poor. and where normal travelers go to regret checking their bank app. This glittering principality on the French Riviera is famous for its yachts, casinos, and luxury everything. Accommodation here is borderline ridiculous. Even the most basic hotel can cost hundreds of dollars a night. Dining out? Prepare for astronomical bills, especially if you want to eat anywhere near Monte Carlo. And while walking around the harbor is free, most other experiences, from Formula One tickets to casino entry fees, are designed for people who don't blink at spending thousands. Even parking is a luxury here, so if you're driving in from France or Italy, expect to pay a shocking amount just to leave your car. Monaco is stunning, but unless your idea of fun is staring at luxury you can't touch, this is a country best admired from afar, preferably while sipping coffee in nearby, and cheaper, Nice. Bermuda is a postcard-perfect paradise. Pink sand beaches, turquoise waters, and prices that will have you clutching your credit card in horror. Accommodation is outrageously expensive, with many resorts charging rates that rival 5-star properties in Europe. Dining is even worse. Groceries are imported, so a gallon of milk can cost around $15. Restaurants? Expect $30 to $50 per person for a basic meal. Transportation is limited. No rental cars, only expensive taxis or scooters. And while the beaches are free, most other activities, like boat tours or diving trips, come with hefty price tags. Bermuda's beauty is undeniable, but it's the kind of place where you start counting pennies halfway through your trip. Unless you have a corporate expense account or a hidden trust fund, this island escape will be your wallet's worst nightmare. Iceland is magical. Waterfalls, glaciers, volcanoes, northern lights. But it's also one of the most expensive destinations in the world. Accommodation prices are high year-round, and food is where the real pain hits. Even a basic burger can cost $20. Gas prices are brutal, so road trips, while essential for exploring, will eat through your budget faster than you can say, "I gafiala jokolo." Tours like glacier hikes or whale watching are incredible but expensive. Even grocery store basics like bread and milk are far from cheap. The only silver lining, many of Iceland's natural wonders are free to visit, but you'll still pay in other ways. Warm clothes, rental cars, and meals will keep your spending in overdrive. Norway's landscapes look like they belong on a fantasy movie poster. Majestic fjords, snow-covered peaks, colorful fishing villages. But the prices here are pure horror. Hotels in Oslo or Bergen cost a fortune, and dining out is a financial risk. Even fast food chains charge shocking amounts. Yes, you might pay $15 for a Big Mac. Alcohol is heavily taxed, so a simple drink can feel like a luxury. Transportation, whether trains, ferries, or domestic flights, is also expensive. On the bright side, nature's free and Norway has plenty of it, but to actually get to those breathtaking spots comfortably, you'll need a budget that's as tall as the mountains themselves. Switzerland tops the list for good reason. It's breathtaking in every sense, including financially. Accommodation prices are sky high, and dining can leave you speechless. Even basic grocery shopping is expensive here. Public transport is among the best in the world, but those scenic train rides come with eye-watering price tags. Ski resorts in the Alps are the pinnacle of luxury, and they charge accordingly. Even a simple coffee can set you back $7. But the biggest trap? Switzerland is so beautiful that you'll want to do everything. Ride the Glacier Express, visit the Matterhorn, cruise Lake Geneva, and all of it will empty your wallet faster than you can refill it. This is one country where you'll leave with amazing memories and a lighter bank account. And there you have it. 10 countries so expensive, your credit card will start smoking before you even land. These aren't just destinations, they're financial black holes disguised as paradise. The food, delicious. The views, unreal. The experiences, absolutely worth it. If you're okay with selling a kidney afterwards. So should you avoid them? Not necessarily. Just plan carefully, save like you've never saved before, and maybe travel off season to soften the blow. Or do what most of us do. Keep them on your dream list, drool over Instagram photos, and hope for a sudden lottery win or a long-lost rich uncle to leave you an inheritance. Because the truth is, these countries aren't going anywhere. But your money sure will. Until then, maybe stick to places where the sunsets are free and the coffee costs less than your rent. If you enjoyed this list, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next travel adventure.